Now, on the flip side of this, somebody that's been in the streaming game for better or for worse, has been Warner Brothers and HBO Max. However, they got themselves into some rather hot water with the questionable decision, we'll put it that way, to put all their stuff that's coming out in theaters this year also on HBO Max the same day. However, it seems like when this year is done, they're going to be reversing that decision. So the head of HBO Max more or less came out and said that come 2022, we will be going back to theatrical releases only. This should come as a shock to no one because there was a big, huge controversy, and a lot of directors were real pissed when this move happened. And also, I'd be very curious to see the analytics of HBO Max in terms of box office revenue compared to streaming revenue. Like, Zack Snyder's Justice League has done fairly well for them, but like, add on top of that Godzilla vs. Kong, which has done incredibly well for them. Wonder Woman 1984, which has done incredibly well for them. I'm assuming Mortal Kombat will also do pretty well for them. This is but isn't surprising. I think we may have talked about a while back that we think that they're probably going to hold on to that theory of thinking of just, we need to do both day and date releases for free. I think it's kind of a good thing that they're kind of backing down on this at least a little bit. I still think they will shrink the theatrical window like a lot of other streaming services are, like Paramount Plus. I think from the day of release to when it shows up to on streaming services will be 45 days. I could see a similar model being followed there.
Yeah, I do too. Wouldn't be surprised at all. I think at the end of the day, you and I were wondering when initially they were like, "Hey, that phone is going off." Uh, oh, okay, well, cool. All right, that's all that matters, then I guess. Um, I think. Hold on, I gotta recollect my thought now. Whenever they initially were like, "Hey, like we're gonna show them at the same time," blah blah blah, and there was this huge backlash because all these other companies involved, it directly affected the money that was going in their pocket. So it was like, hey, you can't really do that. And then even then, you and I were hardcore questioning. I was like, if this is a thing going forward, I don't see Warner Brothers, getting out of it without a lawsuit or two. Um, which I didn't.
Yes, they
Was
did
it
get
New Line?
sued. I think, yeah, New Line or Legendary, I think, did
Yeah,
countersue them, I
yeah. I don't
believe.
know. I don't know how that's gone, or I haven't seen any result from that. But yeah, it's just interesting, to say the least. They're going to say it's because the pandemic has calmed down and they don't feel that the necessity to do it this way. But
Ye-
I would feel that it's really more of like, hey, we didn't think this through.
yeah. We didn't really want to piss off Christopher Nolan and lose him forever. We're still trying to mend our relationship with Denis Villeneuve, the guy doing Dune. Because there's reports now that Dune may be a theatrical only experience because Dune really should be a theatrical only experience if you want that to be a franchise. So I get where they're coming from in that sense of, oh,
Hmm.
we done goofed. Maybe we should put this in theaters, but we bring this up because that means if you want to watch The Batman next year or Aquaman or Black Adam, you're gonna have to see that in the theaters, which is a good thing because 2022 is going to be the year of DC. Well, actually, 2022 in general is going to be a big comic book year. We've got 4 DC movies alone. I think we've got 3 or 4 Marvel movies just because everything's been backlogged for so long. It's just going to be,
Yeah.
we're taking a sledgehammer to the dam and everything's going to come flooding out. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I don't know if we have talked about it, but not recently. What do you think, since they're focusing on theatrical releases, is there any titles that they've announced that you can see not being a theatrical experience, but just to HBO Max?
trying to think of not Disney movies.
Mm.
um, I can't. Maybe Mortal Kombat. No,
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 because
no,
that's already
no.
coming out like
Yeah.
next Friday.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
I mean, like in
if
2022 movies that they've
yeah.
got coming out.
Jeez, I can't even. Off the top of my head, I'm not.
I think
Not.
I don't
I
know if
mean,
I don't think
because
it's
DC
2022.
movies.
I think they may have said the Batgirl and Blue Beetle they're kind of leaning towards
Yeah.
being HBO Max movies, which I mean I'm fine either way. Um, both of those titles I can absolutely see being theatrical experiences, but I also don't know if they're coming out next year. I feel like HBO Max either doesn't advertise it or we just don't follow it as much. Like, we know the current status of like every Disney Plus Marvel show. We know She-Hulk's filming right now. We know Miss Marvel's filming right now. Falcon Winter Soldier we're in the middle of it right now. Hawkeye's done filming. Like, we know all that. HBO Max stuff, I follow Titans. I don't know if they're filming or not right now. I don't know when that's coming out. Season 4 of Young Justice. I don't know. Like, I would like more transparency, but also, to be fair to HBO Max, it's not just their issue. Heather and one of her friends were asking me just the other day, hey, have we gotten any updates whatsoever on Stranger Things Season 4? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good question. The problem is with these streaming services that drop everything at once, it's here it is, and then it's gone for the next couple of years while they ramp up production on the next one. Like The Witcher just finished filming a few weeks ago. That's gonna be the last we hear about it until a trailer a few months down the road. Like I would like
Yeah.
to kind of be kept in the loop like we are with the movies in terms of, all right, here's when things are starting and here's when things enter production. Maybe that's just me, but I would like to kind of be in the loop more with streaming stuff.
Yeah, it would be really nice and it would add to some hype for us, but at the same, and I guess I'll take a nod to conversation we had a bit ago. Are we owed that information?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
nice. We don't need it, but
yeah,
it'd be appreciated.
yeah. It would be as fans like it'd be really nice for you to give us something to look forward to. Maybe like, hey, we just finished filming. Hey, I don't know. I mean, which is like why I think I like that Witcher was like, hey, we're done filming. I was like, okay, cool. Then so a few months from now I can expect a trailer or something like that, so I can start getting excited for the show again.
Makes sense.